ინოვაციურობას და სიახლეს იმაში მდგომარეობს, რომ არ არსებობს დღევანდელ დღეს ბაზარზე არც ერთი მოწყობილობა, რომელიც კომერციულად არ არსებობს, არც ერთი მოწყობილობა, რომელიც ეხმარება ბრმებს დამოუკიდებლად გადაადგილებაში. ჯერჯერობით მხოლოდ იდეა, ანუ არის შესწავლილი ტექნოლოგიები და მზად არის დამზადებისთვის. და ზუსტად ამაში გვჭირდება ეს სტარტაპ ჯორჯიას დაფინანსება, რომ ეს იდეა MVP, ანუ პროტოტიპი დავამზადოთ და გამოვცადოთ უკვე ბრმებზე.
Not recorded. Because I'm the one moving. Okay, next. Do we have our next speaker? Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. So, tactile vision is a smart wearable device to help blind move and live independently. I'm Temur Khaya, founder and CEO. I have 10 years of experience in visual effects and entrepreneurship. Over the 10 last years, I've built 4 companies. Now I'm Autodesk certified instructor and I teach computer graphics in 2 universities. Let's talk about visually disabled people's problem. Obviously that they can't move independently without assistance. So they have several options for mobility. First is to ask someone for help, for assistance. It could be a family member or a friend, or they can hire someone. Second one is to adopt a dog. Train a dog, train together with dog. However, dogs have limitations. They only remember several routes, and it costs too much. And in the age of amazing technology, there is a cane, the only tool available on the market for mobility and orientation. And here is our solution. 3D camera that scans the environment, and tactile screen globe that transforms this information, the most intuitive tactile information. Consider a situation where blind man wearing tactile vision walks on a sidewalk, and there is a woman walking and cyclist in front of him, and 3D camera will scan everything ahead, and this is how it looks like. It's a distance information mapped on a grayscale image where bright areas are closer and dark areas are farther. And then pin screen built into tactile globe will transform this information into pin elevation. You can see here pins that are higher, they are closer, and pins that are lower, they are farther. Let's discuss another situation, sidewalk situation. It's a computer graphics simulation where on the left side you can see a video. It's how we would see a sidewalk. And on the right side there is a tactile vision pin screen that transforms the same sidewalk as a pin elevation information. Tactile vision is not only solving not only mobility problem. It's also we add another way to communicate with the blind. So we will develop an API for others to develop additional services, APIs, or maybe existing businesses want to deliver some services for the visually disabled people. For example, Uber might use our API for instant car summon. Unfortunately, there is 40 million totally blind people in the world, and around 5 million of them lives in well-developed countries. But because of their disability, 90% of them are very low income. So our target is 10%, that's around 500,000 users, but this number can be doubled with help of various funds and government budgets. And our go-to-market strategy is simple as this slide. You know, these technology videos that creates opportunity for disabled peoples are spread really fast on social networks. So that's our formula. Our crowdfunding campaign plus massive NGO support and promotion will make it viral. And we need 45,000. to create MVP and customer validation. After that, we will launch our crowdfunding campaign and we will apply all possible funds and grants for additional financing. So, support us, and we will help blind people. Thank you.
So can you talk a little bit about how you envision the interaction with the blind person using your device? How they will, because if they're walking, unlike a cane where they're doing this, they have to somehow sense the three-dimensional perspective.
Yeah, as you see on this slide, it's a pin screen. It's about 8 by 8 centimeters, and it's tightly attached to palm. So these pins push on the skin, and if it's static, doesn't make sense. But if it's dynamic and he can turn his head and feel everything around him, that's already very.
Have you made a prototype?
Not yet. We made a feasibility study, learned our technology, and we are ready to make prototype.
So where does this pad sit? On the hand itself, on the palm of the hand?
Sorry?
Where does this pin screen sit?
On the palm.
And what if you move your hand? Doesn't that impact the...
It won't be too thick. Yeah, but when we will develop our prototype, we're also gonna try in other places, maybe here or somewhere else. So users will decide where it will be most comfortable, most understandable for them.
And when you tested it, did you test the pin interaction on the hand? With blind?
No. We need funding to build this pin screen and test it on.
That's an interesting question as to whether a user is going to be able to differentiate.
Yeah.
I mean,
They might, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I can't predict.
You know this game when you
will they be able to translate
touch
the
finger
spatial
here and
awareness
you
to the
need
tactile
to
They're very
guess where it is, and after a couple of I don't know minutes, you get used to it.
Maybe,
and
yeah,
you can
I don't know.
easily decide.
Yeah, to what degree is the sensitivity, like you're showing in your demo, the running line of the fence. It's interesting to see if you can get that specific.
My next door neighbor is completely blind.
I'm just curious.
And he uses a cane, and he clearly has lived there longer than me, and he knows the neighborhood. But he uses the cane not just to see if there's something next to him, but what is on the ground.
Yeah.
You know, is there a curb, or is there a hole, or garbage, or whatever?
Material,
so how would that show what's down as well as what's next to you?
You can see here on this slide, it shows this pavement, sidewalk surface. So it will feel that, but we will work on it to convert this information.
It's just the cane is so sensitive. He knows the difference between the sidewalk and the grass next to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Is it a scanning system or some sort of laser distance, or is it?
We think that, yeah, I understand the question, thank you. We plan to use 3D camera, depth camera. There is a new technology, time-of-flight technology that will do the work, but we will also test laser technologies, and probably we will use acoustic sensor for validation. If one sensor fails, another to work.
It seems to me that there are a lot of reasons for an investor to hate this idea because it doesn't have a prototype. And I'm curious, I'm just being honest. So I'm curious if you've contemplated, I hate that I'm asking this, but I'm curious if you've contemplated crowdfunding the idea to see if you can sort of get to a prototype, crowdfunding the prototype.
That was one of his slides.
It was.
It was. He said he would do
He said
that.
he's
Oh,
going to
okay.
crowdfund.
I missed that. Missed it. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you.
Good idea.
Good idea.
There's another question I asked last week, and maybe you can respond with your answer.
Yeah.
In lieu of touch tactile, if you're using an acoustic sensor with high enough resolution, in theory, you could have a headset, audio headset on the person. As they move their head, the frequency will change, instead of having to sense the three-dimensional image. Have you thought about that approach? And if you'd rejected it, why?
Yeah, thank you. In this combination, we had another way to communicate with the blind. In a situation where you try to communicate with him with sound, you will yeah, you will take ears away from him.
Because you can't
it's
hear
a major
other
tool for
things.
them. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Any other questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
კითხვები იყო ძალიან კარგი, ანუ ისეთი კითხვები იყო, რომ შეეცადნენ წარმოედგინათ რა სვეუბნები და ეს უკვე კარგი მანიშნებელია.